Is your attitude needing an adjustment? Let's talk. Hey guys, welcome to another Mind Right Monday. I'm your host, Bonnie Kelly. So today we're talking about how attitude is everything. When it comes to changing and evolving and succeeding in your life, your attitude is a big part of what leads you to success and or failure. So stay tuned, and today we're going to talk about 3 different tips and tools to help you shift and twist your attitude that will lead you to success. But before we get there, let's talk for just a second about why your attitude is so important. Well, your attitude is what is going to determine your energetic state. And I'm not talking about the woo-woo energetic, I'm talking about your energy, right? If you have a motivated attitude, well, then you're going to have motivated action. If you have an excited energy, right, you are going to be more likely to take inspired action, to do things, to move forward, to say things, to try new things, to create. So it's really your attitude, right? Do you have like a poo-poo attitude? Are you kind of leaning more towards being a pessimist, or you have an optimistic attitude? It does matter. So let's dive into these tools and let's just talk about just how much it does matter with my first one, which is what you're putting into the world is what you're getting back. Okay, so I know you've probably heard that statement before. What you put out to the world is what you're going to see back to you. But let's just talk for a moment how the brain functions, okay? When we think about your perception and how your perception works, this is why this is so increasingly important. Because it's your vibe, your energy, it's your attitude that you're putting out into the world is what you're going to get back. Well, if you've been trained and conditioned to only look at what's wrong in the world, what's missing, and maybe where things are broken or where people are bad, well, guess what you're going to receive back? It's not necessarily that you're just attracting that, it's just that that's all you're going to notice. I mean, think about if you've ever purchased a new vehicle. So many years ago, I had bought a brand new Toyota Prius. And before I had drove off the lot, I had never noticed how many Toyota Priuses were in the world. But I don't know if you've been paying attention, but there are a lot. And sure enough, after I purchased that car and owned it for a few months, guess what I noticed? I only noticed every other Toyota Prius that was out in the road. You know what I wasn't noticing? How many Ford Mustangs? How many Chevy Camaros? How many Dodge Rams were out on the road? It doesn't mean that they weren't there. It doesn't mean I wasn't parking next to them. And it doesn't mean that they weren't on the road or I was passing them. They were there. The difference was that I just wasn't focused on it because I was focused on looking for what was familiar to me based on what I have perceived. So for me, when I walk out of a grocery store, I'm looking for a Toyota Prius, right? I'm looking to see, okay, what car matches mine so I can quickly go from point A to point B and leave. So my brain has been conditioned to look for this thing. Well, this is the same concept with how your attitude, right? If you've been trained to look at what's wrong and bad, that's all you're ever going to look back and see back into the world. You want to recondition your mind to look for and see opportunities, to see great people, to see where there's inspiration and motivation and creativity. Because when you align yourself with that and you have the attitude that good things come to you, that you are creative, that you are a money-making machine, well, guess what? You're going to notice opportunities for that to be true. So let me end this section off with a quote, which is, our beliefs about what we are and what we can be precisely determine what we can be. Anthony Robbins. Powerful words from a powerful guy. This will lead me into my second tip, which is shift your negative thinking. All right, guys, your negative attitude is going to be attracting, just like we said in the last section. But it is so important that you need to begin to shift your thinking. Now, one of my favorite tools in shifting the way that the mind thinks is called a reframe. Now, a reframe basically is just giving your brain options. Because when your mind is honed in on one conclusion, it's making an assumption. It's making a story up in its mind of why this is negative in the first place. And it's dismissing all other possibilities. Well, when you reframe your thinking, you're just going to give your brain other options that could also possibly be true. So the best way to ask you is with this question. What are 3 other ways I can think about this that means nothing about me? So just say, what are 3 other ways I can think about this? And by just asking yourself that every time you run into a negative situation, it's going to allow you to start reframing the way you think, and then it gives you the option to choose a better way to think about it. And just by doing that, you are going to automatically shift your attitude and thus beginning to attract better things to you. Let's close out this section with another quote, which is, "Believing in negative thoughts is the single greatest obstruction to success." Charles, thank you for that little nugget. It's a huge obstacle that you need to overcome. So if you have some stinking thinking, you need to start reframing your thoughts ASAP. All right, guys, so this leads me to my third and final tip, which is have a sense of humor. Learn to laugh at the small stuff. All right, so another quick way to shift your attitude is for you to quit sweating the small stuff. And yes, that is totally a book that I highly recommend. You can totally find it on Amazon. But I really think it's important for you to begin to shift your mindset. And for you to be able to do that, you need to learn to laugh and have a little more fun. You are a perfectly imperfect human. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to fail. You're going to stumble. And sometimes you are going to look like a complete fool. And that is a part of being human. So embrace the suck, as they say in the military. Learn to just laugh and play and to be goofy and to have fun with those moments of despair. Because guess what? They're temporary. Just like your joy and your laughter is temporary. We ebb and flow in and out of emotions all day, every day. And when we can begin to just learn to enjoy the ride, you're going to have a lot more fun. So grab the book, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. You can find it on Amazon. I think it's a great way if this is one of the tools you need to learn. All right, guys, so hopefully this has helped you in some way. If you're ready to start your personal development journey right now, I encourage you to go to 21dayemotionaldetox.com/free and check out my 21-day emotional detox program. You can grab the first 7 days absolutely free on me, my gift to you, for you to be able to shift and move and start to change the way you think and feel right here, right now, in 10 minutes or less. It's a gift, it's fun, grab it, it's available. Just click the link below and we'll see you there. Until next time, I'm Bonnie Kelly. Did you enjoy this video? I sure hope so. It was brought to you, as always, from viewers just like you. If you have a personal development question you want to see answered on one of these awesome videos, then just email me, getinspired@bonniekelly.me, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. If you need anything, we're here, one step away. Till next time.